Hello and welcome to another episode of the Hero Spotlight and Review. On today's video, we are going to be focusing on Florabelle. Now, Florabelle has recently been released, for those of you that don't know, and she is currently in the rate up summons. You either have to get the summon invites, which you can't get free to play, or you spend gems. So she's essentially a pay to win, but you do get gems quite easily in the game. So I don't think she's terribly pay to win, but obviously you can spend the money to get her and ascend her. So I have her at Mythic. In the last video you saw, we did CCR. I finally got her to Supreme and unlocked her weapon, so I was really happy about that. But this is Florabelle. Now, Florabelle has been getting a lot of mixed reviews within the community and content creators alike. Some people love her, some people think she's a waste of time. I think she's amazing, and if you do have the gems, I do think it's worth at least getting some copies of her and getting her to Mythic. You don't have to spend real money. You can get these gems for free in game. But she is a game changer, and I definitely think she's a lot better than some people say. I'll talk you through her abilities. So on their ultimate, she summons Spiny when a battle starts. When actively used, summons Smashy and deals AoE damage. So basically she has 3 minions that are called different names, and 2 of them jump up with a massive kind of like flower hammer, and they hit the ground as an AoE damage, and it does send the enemies up in the air and disrupts them for about a second. It is pretty good, because if you are looking for a little bit of disruption, you can do it. I mean, I pair her with CCR and I think it's great. Early game, it's a good combo. Again, mixed opinions. There are some people that don't think she's that good, and that CCR and her aren't a great duo, but I do disagree. Ability 2, Overgrowth. She transforms a Petalium, if I've said that, into a giant, increasing its haste and life drain. I think the Petalium is what she's holding. Does it tell me what her weapon's called? I can't see what her weapon's called. No, so maybe the Petalium is the weapon she's holding. I'm not entirely sure. Tiny Sharpshooter summons a range. Oh, so Petalium are the little people. Okay, I understand now. Summons the ranged Petalium into battle. There is always one that sits back with like a blow dart, which does damage. So I mean, she summons 3 minions that do different things, and then they combine during her ultimate. So you've kind of got that extra battle. I mean, I've also noticed sometimes when I've summoned her, one of the Petaliums will be sat kind of like in front of her, and when someone's come to attack her, they attack the Petalium first. So it is good. I do think she's good. Hero Focus. Florabelle's attack increases during battle, and it further increases when at least 2 of her summons are on the battlefield. So as long as 2 of the 3 Petaliums are on the battlefield, her attack is going to be increased. Now, if you do get it to Mythic Plus, you do unlock her weapon, but as well as that, you get Protective Blessing. Grants a permanent shield to an allied summon when it enters the battlefield. So they're going to get a shield. I mean, I don't know if it does it to every. Grants a permanent shield to an allied summon when it enters. Oh, so all 3 of them will get a shield, so they last longer. And it's Supreme Plus, you get Enhanced Force. Allied Petelia in their giant form are immune to control effects. That's pretty huge. That is pretty good. And yeah, I mean, all round, I mean, she's not the best hero in the game, but she is pretty good. You could go a lot worse. We're again going to go into Dream Realm. Skyclops is here. Skyclops does my head in. I think he's probably the hardest one to do. We're going to take out you, and then I'm going to put Florabelle in there. Probably stick you there. Right. So I'm going to show you, and I'm going to turn off the ×2. We always do a battle test so I can show you her abilities. So here's the first Petalium that spawned in, and this Petalium goes straight up to the boss and will start doing physical damage. Then she's soon to spawn in. Her ultimate's about to kick. first we've got obviously Cecia's ultimate. Here we go. Here comes her ultimate. She spawns in one of them. Boom. See that massive hammer, like plant hammer? It did AoE damage not only to the boss, but to the minions that the boss spawned. Then she makes it a giant, which is one of the abilities you saw there. And then stays for the fight and starts hitting the boss. These minions can also be healed. So from the AoE healing from Smokey and Hellwind we've got going on here, they can be healed and their attack can also be buffed. So they will stay on the battlefield. So at the moment we've got 2. One of them has just died. Boom, ultimate's up. She just spawns 3 of them back in. Now you've got 2 of... Oh no, one of them didn't die. Then you've got 2 of them again. One of them is now at the back. I've completely missed this because Cecia's hiding there. This is the one that does the range damage with the darts. So you can see not only have you got the damage coming from Florabelle, but you've also got her 3 minions, the Petaliums is what they're called, dealing the damage and staying on the field. Boom, another ultimate. They combine together, smash. You get that big AoE damage, and then they split and they go their separate ways. One stays at the back and then 2 at the front. So in terms of DPS, she's viable. She is viable. Whether she's viable in an arena PvP meta, I don't think so. I think there are better heroes for a PvP meta. When it comes to damage output, I think she is quite good, but I think she's going to be an AFK stage carry. She's going to be very good when you're exploring the map. In some instances, I found she's great. I do use her in arena with Cecia and Smokey, and I think that she's very good. But as I progress forward and as I'm getting into the harder stages, I've noticed that she does fall off, and I am kind of looking to maybe put Varna back in and Varna to be the replacement. So that's really it for Florabelle. She's going to be in the Noble Tavern from when this video was recorded for another 17 days. So I will probably get her to Mythic Plus, and then from there I'll be able to take her to Supreme with the Acorns. I probably won't take her to Supreme Plus until she's then put into the normal pool of summons, and then from there I will. But she is a pretty solid hero. She is taking me quite far. I do think she's great, and she is... Oh, nice. And she is, in my opinion, very viable. So if you are a low spender, then I would definitely invest the gems into trying to get her. If you are free to play, really up to you. I mean, if you are free to play, then I would probably focus your time probably here. I can be completely honest. Spend your gems here and then try to save up in the shop to get these so you can get your guaranteed heroes. Also, don't forget to change your wish list. Change your wish list. Make sure that if you are looking for specific heroes, change your wish list. So that's Florabelle. If you did find this video informative and you liked it, then please hit the follow button, subscribe, all that jazz. I am Acro, and I will catch you on the next character hero spotlight review. Oh, I can't.